Hello everybody, I am Fedora Gamer, and welcome to another episode of Incoming Indie, where we take a look at interesting in-development indie games. Today we are going to take a look at Hand of Fate, which is an interesting mix between a deck-building card game and a turn-based and real-time roguelike. If that is really hard to wrap your mind around, you wouldn't be the only one, but it will make sense soon, I assure you. I first saw this game when it was on Kickstarter earlier this year, and I spotlighted it as one of the Kickstarter spotlights on the Randomly Generated podcast, and it has now since hit Steam Early Access. This is, of course, a beta product, and anything you see here may change. I will say that it is definitely worth checking out even in its current state, but it is beta, so there's some missing sound effects, some missing lines of dialogue, etc., etc. Let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Challenges begin.
There is voice acting. It is very well done voice acting, but there is sometimes these tend to, well, not tend to be, but are the boss of the dungeon you're going to go down into. To unlock next one, you have to beat this one, etc., etc. After every 4, you unlock a card that it makes you stronger. You start with better equipment and such like that, but also gives some of the enemies new tricks as well. So it really just kind of changes up the gameplay, which I really like that. It's a kind of brilliant idea. Let's go ahead and choose this one here that I have yet to be able to beat. Now this does have roguelike elements. It has permadeath for each of the dungeons you go into, so there's clearly a persistent progression here as you unlock the dungeons, but if you die inside that dungeon, you gotta start all over. So it's kind of roguelike-y. I don't really want to say roguelike, but it definitely has a lot more roguelike elements than some of the roguelites out there.
The King of Dust is the perfect...
Actually, let's go back here. Some of these, well, all of them after the first few have a rule change. What do we have here? Whenever the player finishes a combat, they lose 1 gold per 15 health. Ah, that one sucks. You do have the opportunity sometimes to remove those curses at a traveling mage if you are lucky enough to get into one. Now I already have my deck set up, but let's go ahead and go into the deck builder here. The deck that you have control over are made up of your equipment deck and the encounter deck. Go ahead and go in the equipment deck right now. And is there anything interesting I should put in? These ones are marked new. You don't know what they do until after you have actually discovered them in a game. Mortal Whimsy. Let's get rid of the axe. Well, no. Yeah, let's get rid of the axe. Get rid of this shield because I actually start with this exact level of shield here. So we'll throw in a Fool's Gold Mask. We got some armors. I think I start with medium armor now, so these are kind of pointless. We'll take them out. Put in a mage mask and mage gloves. Most of these I have encountered. This one's not that great. Let's go ahead and put a bashing ring in there. That sounds interesting. Because I like to discover the new cards, which I like this because it gives you incentive to not just use what you think is the best. Oh wait, I'm one short. Let's go ahead and put a Ring of Justice in there too. And then the encounter cards, which makes out the floor of the dungeon. A lot of these, some of these will be locked by the dealer, like this one, and there's a few others. A lot of these are considerably bad in a way. These are locked by the dealer as well. But almost all the bad ones can have a positive outcome. If you defeat them, you'll gain money or some kind of other gain from it. Well, let's get rid of a few that I have already discovered, and put a few of these new ones in that I haven't messed with yet. Now, the ones that have a token down the bottom of their frame there mean if I defeat that card, beat that card's challenge, I gain a token, and if I, for the first time only, just pointing that out, and those tokens unlock new cards. So you always definitely want to get the tokens out of all these cards you can. Go ahead and put that one in, and sure, we'll put the apprentice in there as well. Now we have our deck up to the required size. Not very flexible on that for each. It it changes based on which dungeon you're going in and what the required size is. Let's go ahead and start a game. Nope, not that. Start a game.
Once more you approach your doom.
And he points out the fact that I've lost this dungeon several times. Now he seeds my encounter deck with his own cards. And then he also has his own pain deck, which if you certain events will allow him to draw from the pain deck. And then he also has a gain deck, that's been seeded to the encounters as well. He has a gain deck he can draw from if you get cards or encounters that require him to draw from his gain deck to give to you, which is the good things. The pain deck, not so good things. The shuffling animations are really cool and the dealing, but that's definitely missing some kind of card sounding sound effect right now. Okay, so this is the dungeon. It is cards laid out on a table. I am playing this piece here, clearly. Right now, in these early levels, they seem like very small, linear dungeons, but later on in the game, I'm pretty sure they start branching out a lot more to actually become kind of labyrinthian, like a dungeon you would see in normal roguelike. It is turn-based, but each card then has an event I have to deal with. Oh god, I hate this. They stole my weapon and money, and which I don't have either of. They can't steal my default weapon, but then I have to go beat some goblins down before they teleport away to get it back. It's actually the best time to run into this when I have nothing they can actually take. But I can still gain gold back from them, I believe. And this is the real-time element. When you get into combat, you jump into a real-time combat. It's kind of like a free-flowing, third-person character action game. Something kind of like along the lines of Arkham Asylum. See, he has my axe, but I still have the axe because it's my default weapon. The free-flowing combat, the combat's not bad, but it's definitely the weakest area of the game in my opinion. Could definitely use some tuning and tightening up and made a little bit more interesting, but again, it is in beta, and even if it does stay exactly how it is, I would still consider this a very fun game. He's not dead, he's gonna get back up. This is not a good showing of the depth of the combat though, because these guys I just beat on until they die. They don't actually attack me. Come on, get back up. So yeah, this does turn out pretty well because I gain free gold because they never actually stole gold from me. No. He got away. Oh well, he didn't actually have anything I needed. He gets away with a really nice weapon. That is very unfortunate for you. There we go. I got myself up to 16 gold. So that was by far the best case scenario of when to run into that. But I lose 7 of it because of that bloody curse. The Maiden. This is a great card because it's all good. Gold I'm just going to kind of lose. I'm going to ask for food because I run into food issues. There is a hunger clock in this game. Every step takes a food. You run out of food, you start taking damage every step instead of regenerating health, because down in the lower left you see the health, food, and gold cards. So there is a hunger clock, a classic mechanic for a roguelike. Those are the stairs down.
And we may see the end of this.
But no, I want to check out this card first, see what we got here. This is a minister that I believe ends up being actually a goblin in disguise. Let's see. Oh, it's a wizard. Okay, so you gotta figure out what he needs. And these can change, actually. Like, sometimes giving him your bread is the right answer. I'll give him bread, which means I'll lose some food. And when you come to... Okay. Bash your head with his staff. Which apparently is the good outcome for this. I don't know. And you get moved to somewhere else randomly on the map. I can't choose the card I'm actually standing on. Can't use the maiden more than once. Let's go ahead and go down to the next floor.
Ever deeper into the subterranean pit.
Which ends up being the same. Again, they're randomly generated though. They are laid out randomly. Just it's only 4 card floors right now.
Wealth separates the highest.
I have like no gold, so this might not turn out well for me. But this is a token challenge. I have no money, so I can't get that token right now. That's useless to me. Traveling Tinker, which is a shop I can enter. Useless because I am, again, poor people right now. Giant Eagle. Now this card's interesting. And this is turns into one of the things that surprised me most about this game. I knew the premise from reading the Kickstarter and covering the Kickstarter campaign, but I did not expect the depth that the card encounters have to them. Giant Eagle, well, how it works is the unlocking mechanic, where you get a token for completing a card. It's not all cards have tokens, but the ones that do. And those cards that unlock relate to the one they came from. There's like a chain of events going on from these cards you unlock. The Giant Eagle came from an event that I did that saved an eagle egg, a giant eagle egg, so now I have the Giant Eagle card. Wait to see what the bird does. Bird picks us up. That might not be good. I think up in the air struggling to get free might be a terrible idea. We'll wait. Okay, and this is how a lot of the events go. You have to choose a random card, hope for success or huge success, which gives you bonus rewards. Failure. This one's a, 75% chance of success, so that's not... Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Ouch.
Now that... Ooh. Now we draw some pain cards. Ooh, that's not good. I'm getting low on food now. Okay, well, let's hit the stairs and go down to the next floor.
Seeking the heart of it all.
That 10 health hurt didn't really matter much because I regenerated it, just taking the next step. The Apprentice. Let's see what I can do here to get a card. One day you happen upon a young wizard, practices magic in the forest. He greets you in a friendly manner and beckons you closer. I have no money, so no teleportation spell for me.
Do not let your supplies run so short.
Soldiers on leave. I never can complete this when I run into it because they want a helmet. I have no helmet to give them. Yeah, so again, I cannot complete that one. So goes a game that is based on RNG. It happens. So far, this run's actually been fairly good to me, but I would really like to... Ooh, that's not good. To get another weapon. Draw one monster card. 3 of dust, not bad. At least it's not 6 of dust. A point of note is the bosses from previous dungeons can then start showing up as monster to draw cards, which can be a little more challenging. I still have the noob gear right now, unfortunately. Oh god, this thing is full of traps. Okay, now we can show you a bit more of how the combat works. That green that's showing up above his head allows me to counter just like that. There's quite a bit of telegraphing, which is probably a good thing, otherwise I would probably get rocked in this game. Also, that was from warning me that he was going to throw a dagger, which you can reflect back like that. Yeah, stand in the fire. Go for it. I don't want to go over there. Oh, you're still alive, you jackass. There we go. Okay. A lot of countering, and then when there's a lot of enemies around you, you can do the flipping back and forth from targets and doing cool Batman Arkham Asylum kind of stuff. But it doesn't look as smooth and looks a little out of place sometimes in its current state. And now I get 1 gain card. 10 gold, which I'll just lose after the next combat. And stares down. So far this hasn't been too bad, but I haven't gained anything of significant value either. A new weapon would be real nice. Lost in the desert. I can get a token from this. Wandering aimlessly sounds like a bad idea, so... Oh god. Well. Wish me luck. I don't know which one to pick. This one. Oh. Wow. Wow. Now that one he draws specifically health paying cards. Oh, 5's not bad. Ooh, mages. Mages are real bad. Mages are quite a difficult enemy compared to most of the other things. Especially when I have 6 bandits to deal with as well. This could go poorly for me. Last time I fought mages, though, I actually had lost my shield, so... Which is a very bad situation to be in against mages. I am playing with a gamepad, by the way. They do recommend gamepad. I have not tried keyboard controls, but apparently they're not great yet. Okay, mages die, please. Except for they can block, unfortunately. Can break their block eventually. Get off of the death line of pain thing here. I don't know. Oh wait, I do have a shield bash type thing that can break guard. That's right. I forgot about that. I'm taking far too much damage from this. I need to thin the crowd a little bit here. Ah, that hurts. Maybe take one of them out. Ooh, barely timed that right. Ah, I'm taking a lot of damage. Well, at least I'll lose less gold that way, apparently. The stupid things on the ground. Take out this last mage. Need to get rid of him. He's what's caused me the most trouble right now. Oh, hey, mage isn't dead. Well, I gotta fix that. Oh, that was a little late on the block there. Can knock them out of their attacks if you time it correctly. That was one of the more extreme combat encounters. Let's see what I get. One gain card. 25 gold. I was hoping for an equipment gain card. Wait, that oh, I have to actually succeed at a 75% fail chance to actually get that token. That's a tough one. Traveling healer. Yeah, I'll go to the traveling healer. I need that kind of badly right now. One of the things I like most about this game. Let's not, oh god, I need food too. Oh, Jesus, I really need food. Is the depth of the cards. Oh, I can remove a curse too, but I don't have that kind of money. I need food badly. Heal. For 15? Yeah, heal 15. For 15.
It is only a momentary respite.
Now, this went from going alright to going pretty terrible. Anyways, the depth of the encounters, they're not just... And I wasn't expecting those reading the premise of the game back under its Kickstarter, and it's pleasantly surprised me, is that they're not just, you find monster, you find treasure. You know, basically what you see in a roguelike, wander around, fight, get some loot. They have a lot of depth to them, branching paths, branching dialogue trees, unlocking cards related to that card. It's so much variety in the cards. Even in this early state, there's so much variety. It's really awesome. Loan. Can I afford to give a loan? Nope, I can't. That sucks, because that gives you a really good benefit if you do. But no, that curse. I could really use some food right now. Cursed treasure.
Oddly fixated with tales of treasure and pillage.
Treasure sound good. Curse not so exciting. Find a pile of treasure. Sure. It is called cursed treasure. Screw it all in. Oh.
I appreciate your ingenuity. I look forward to seeing how you approach this particular challenge.
Oh.
Another curse on the table. Let us see how you deal with it.
Oh. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is terrible.
From bad luck.
Ah.
The deeper you
Come on, leave me alone. Oh my god. I am completely crippled now. Do I at least get the token? I do get some gain from it. Gold. So you get gain, 5 curses and 4 gain. That's kind of a terribly evil card. I love it for that, but it's a terribly... Oh, 2 equipment cards.
Just one weapon when you can have them all.
Huh. That's interesting. Randomly takes the properties of a different weapon each combat. Sure, let's go with the RNGesus on this one.
For the marathon. not the sprint.
And a new shield that has stun. Ooh. I've never had one of these actually before. Every 30 encounter does not consume food. That sounds good. That'll help me counter that food one. However, weapon damage is reduced by 25%. Oh, and it has stun. That's interesting. I don't like the weapon damage reduction though. Well, I do get the token out of it at least, so that's a plus. Then I can remove that bloody evil card out of my deck forever.
Every one of them with their own monument to passing.
Oh.
Poignant, really.
Game's not giving me a break right now. Being all roguelike. Well, that was a terrible card.
Were you hoping this was the end?
Crap, I'm out of food. I'm not going to check out what that other card is. Try to get as far as I can before I die from starvation.
We play for a token now.
Maybe earn another token before I die. That'd be a plus at least. Oh. Flee sounds like a good idea. Oh. No, they hit me in the back with rocks. Damn. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. I'm not going to get that token out of it either.
If you travel without food, your strength will not be restored between encounters. I would feed you if I could. I cannot break the rules in your favor any more than in my own.
Alright. If I survive this, oh, I got the Jack of Plague. The boss from the previous dungeon or the dungeon before, I can't remember. But Ratman hunting usually gives you a food card when you complete it. I now have some big hammer. Interesting. The red things up there mean you cannot avoid that attack. Okay, wow, a lot of counters all of a sudden there. Oh, I could have countered that one. The bosses have a lot of attacks you can't counter. Okay, let's... I'm so over... I'm done. Oh my god, the throwing knives everywhere. The ranged attacks. So many. And that's how this dungeon's been treating me. All the other ones up to this I didn't have much trouble with.
If only you could ask for advice from those who came before.
But I do gain the token from that terrible treasure chest. Occult ring, huh? I am removing that cursed chest. It's terrible. Bad card. Gotta do it once, get that token though. Gotta unlock all the cards. And this is Hand of Fate. It is on Steam Early Access right now for $20. I highly recommend this game. It is so good in so many ways. The depth of the encounters adds variety and spontaneity you don't see in any other game with roguelike elements. Combat's passable right now, could use a little work. Just the deck building aspect of both you and the dealer have a hand in creating your dungeon is just a great dynamic. If you're a kind of person that doesn't like to buy early access games, I respect that, but all I gotta say to you is that you should keep your eye on this and grab it when it's done, because it's just gonna be more awesome. I outright love this game. I'm Fedora Gamer. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. The link to Hand of Fate will of course be in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.